performance. They are going to get pay increases. They're going to get promotions based on performance. And that's what people have wanted to see. Right now, the longer you hold a position, then the more you get in a pay raise and promotion. And that is exactly backward. What you want to do is pay for performance, not pay for hanging around. We've got some great federal employees. My home state of Tennessee has some great federal employees. We've got civilian military on the post at Fort Campbell and at Arnold Engineering and down at Millington at the Naval Base.
Well, thing's out of alignment big time.
Great federal employees that are over at Oak Ridge and are doing Department of Energy research. We have great federal employees that are involved with a full-time intel unit we have for the National Guard that is out at the Nashville Airport. So wonderful people that are doing yeoman's work and research work, and they are going to be just fine. But people who haven't shown up to work in 5 years, who haven't been to the office since COVID, who maybe show up only 1 day a week, who are working part-time or are working 2 full-time jobs, those individuals are not going to be okay. People that are on the payroll that really do not exist, ghost employees, they're going to stop. Whomever is getting that check is going to stop getting that check.
Ghost employees. Like, what in the world?
Well, they don't exist.
I know, it's unbelievable. Like, wow, how could that be a thing? Like, what?
150 years old.
That too.
And they're still getting a federal paycheck.
So we had a federal employee call in and say, it's just too fast. Mike,
it can be from time to time.
It's too fast. It's done with a sledgehammer. It needs to be done with a scalpel.
You know me, though. I rule with an iron thumb or an iron index finger.
With the scalpel. We have tried that for years.
I can't even remember the last time anyone got blocked.
Agencies and cut 1 to 5% across the board every single year, and the agencies will not respond. The bureaucracy will not respond. So what Musk is doing in DOGE and the DOGE team.
Good morning, Diogenes.
Where there is waste, fraud, and
yeah, you know me.
Cut that out. Then it is up to us to codify that, eliminate those positions through law, eliminate that waste through law, which is federal statutes, and then conduct rescissions into the budget process, claim that money back, save it for the taxpayer, and be able to do everything President Donald Trump wants to do, which is no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security, and once we approve those savings, then we're going to be able to conduct that activity.
Thank you.
You got it. Bye-bye.
She mentioned the word rescission. I apologize. We haven't gotten to it yet. Do it tomorrow. Last time we talked to Rand Paul the other day, said it's all about rescission. First it was empowerment, now it's rescission. That's part of it. We didn't know what that is, but that's tomorrow as well. Slater at Breitbart.com. My email, Slater Radio, on Twitter, on Instagram. Do it again tomorrow. My Slater. Breitbart News. Spread the word.
ALVA.
Honey, I had the worst dream last night. We were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, huh?
You know, my brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos.
I know it's been on our list. Isn't getting life insurance a huge pain? Oh, it's so much paperwork. And you have to
no.
see a doctor.
No.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
With Ethos, Dave said it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage.
Actually, yeah, there is.
$2 a day. Plus, it's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions.
Just
right
don't
from
know
his
where
house.
yet.
He was able to choose an amount
Trying to figure it
that
out.
worked for his
You know
needs.
what? Today's a good biscuits and gravy. Well, no shit. I'm already fucking half hour late. Nah. I got stuff in the fridge. In the office. We got a coffee maker. Maybe Wendy's. We'll see. See how it is when we get there. Check my email real quick. Yeah, we'll go look at some dead bushes, I think. You know where the dead bushes are. Here, I'll send you something. Check something out.
With Christian Healthcare Ministries, CHM offers you flexibility. Anytime, choose your own provider and select the program that fits your needs and budget.
Mansions.
Original faith-based way of taking care of your medical bill costs. Learn more at chministries.org.
What's the problem with the mansions?
The FBI is accusing North Korean-backed hackers of a massive crypto heist worth some $1.5 million from a Dubai-based firm.
Crypto theft, which occurred earlier this month, is one of the largest in the world, targeting Biden and crypto exchange. The FBI says it believes hackers identified by the U.S. government as a trader in the Lazarus group are responsible. The hackers' technique: disseminate crypto trading applications that are modified with malware. Biden's CEO acknowledged the announcement. The company is offering bounties for tracking the stolen crypto. The FBI says that some of it has already been converted to other virtual assets.
You sure he said that?
For fiat currency. Jennifer King, Washington.
The number
attributed to him that I'm not sure he actually said.
South Korea's Statistics Agency says 238,000 acres lowered last year, an increase of 8,300 from a year earlier.
You say mansions or palaces?
Let's talk about the people. It's common sense. It's principles and policies that work for everyone. I just want to talk about how to fix this country.
Says there's a crash up ahead.
Just a simple question. Raise your hand. Literally.
Morning, Claiborne.
Did you watch the first cabinet meeting that was held yesterday? By the way, the first
Hopefully they're not
cabinet
blocking
meeting in a
the
long
entrance.
time, if you include the previous president of the United States, Joe Biden. It's
It looks
1
like they
hour,
are.
5 minutes,
God damn it.
and 44 seconds long. There was a lot in there. It's a typical cabinet meeting. Of course, there are other closed
dog it.
behind closed door meetings and conversations. Conversations after. That's how it works. If you read the media headlines, depending on where you go, you might even get a.
Look at them all just standing there chatting. What the fuck, man?
So, my goal here.
Where's the accident?
And you know what? I will post the White House YouTube link. I'll do that. Remind me to do that. So you can all watch it.
The fucking semi on its side over there.
Maybe you want to scrub it, put on closed caption, do whatever it is you need.
Yeah, that'll do it. So it takes fucking 5 fucking cops to
The 5 takeaways.
direct traffic away from something that's already coned off, I guess.
What was said by who? Is there competition?
Is this
Is there a
open?
fight for
No.
who's the main
Guess we're going a different way today.
Elon Musk
Should've just stayed on the
Donald
fucking
Trump,
trail.
all of this and out there. Musk dominates disparages federal workers. Must house those tech changes in cabinet meeting. Is anyone unhappy with Elon? Right? Dozens. I just did a search with all the various times.
Oh, come on. Why? There's nobody fucking coming.
Let's start with something that matters to so many. It has had even fatal results. Many veterans as a result of the failed withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Question we've thought a lot about. We're doing a complete review of every single aspect of what happened with the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan, and plan to have full accountability administration and there will be full accountability.
And it goes way beyond the tragedy that played out at the Abbey Gate and those 13 service members who were murdered by terrorists. Elon Musk had this to say about the Trump cabinet.
President Trump has put together, I think, the best cabinet ever. Literally. So, and I do not give false praise. This is an incredible group of people. I don't think that such a talented team has actually ever been assembled. I think it's literally the best cabinet that the country's ever had, and I think the company should be incredibly appreciative of the people in this room.
All right, top line. Fair to say that the 2 top figures in the room, and there were lots of others, and whether at the cabinet meeting or afterwards, something else I noticed, maybe you did too, cabinet secretaries who went out and spoke to the press. Yes, that also happened. Housing and Urban Development Secretary Scott Turner, who worked for the prior secretary under Donald Trump, great guy by the way, will do a phenomenal job, has already begun Cut 7.
You know, we have a DOGE task force that has
And so we found $260 million in savings in contracts. $4 million of that was in DEI contracts that were for cultural transformation, which has nothing to do with the mission of HUD, and also an additional $1.9 billion in misplaced funds. And so, you know, part of being servant leaders like Brooke and I and our cabinet colleagues is to be good stewards of American taxpayer dollars.
So, a reference there, by the way, to Brooke Rollins, I'm thinking of Doug Collins and Brooke Rollins, who was on this show recently.
Pouring rain there? Yeah, it was here. Last couple days.
Now, the economy
on and off
does matter, doesn't it? It's about the economy, or as James Carville famously said, it's the economy, stupid. Cut 8, White House National Economic Council advisor Kevin Hassett.
President Trump has an agenda that's going to help working class Americans. And one of the main things that we talked about back in 2017 when we were first introducing these tax cuts was that it was going to increase the typical family's income by $4,000. You and I said that on the show over and over. The president said it on the show over and over. And right before COVID, the actual response to these pro-growth policies was that wages went up by $6,000. And so we've got like ex-ante theory, ex-post data. And so people are out there saying this is going to hurt average families are in partisan denial. It's an unpatriotic thing to say. If you're going to be a politician and have an opinion about policy, you should study it. You should look at the literature, go to the National Bureau of Economic Research, and see all the papers that have come out after the tax cuts and said, hey, these things work just the way the White House said. If you don't study and you come out and say foolish things like that person just did, then you're not serving the American people well.
Now, it's not just the economy. Obviously, we've seen a remarkable and incredible change in illegal border crossings. President Trump had this to say during the cabinet meeting about Border Patrol and ICE.
But we're also having tremendous support from Border Patrol, from ICE. The ICE agents have been unbelievable. Border Patrol and their leadership of Border Patrol has been incredible. And they're working very well. And as you know, I saw you reporting it this morning, actually, we set records on the least number of illegal aliens.
Yeah, we're going to hit the 50s tomorrow, but then it gets cold again over the weekend.
More than 50 years.
What I've seen
this over
here.
in a period of weeks because we took over a mess. The world was pouring in. And remember, they were coming in from jails and prisons and mental institutions and insane asylums, and they were gang members and drug dealers. Anybody wanted to come in, they could, and from not just South America, from all over the world. So it's amazing what they've done, and Christie and Tom Holman, the job they've done has been absolutely amazing. We set records for, and we want people to come into our country, by the way, but they want to come in, they have to come in legally. I want that to be really understood. We want people in our country, but they have to come in legally.
Now, the focus from much of the media, especially if they wanted to attack the administration and Elon Musk, as they like to call him, the co-president, I believe that's not the case. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't just about Trump. It wasn't just about Elon. And it's about government savings and efficiency. There's a tool for
Some people wrongly view energy as like a sector of the economy. It's not a sector. It's the sector of the economy that enables every other sector. He understands that energy is the key. It's the key to American prosperity, but it's also the key to us solving these wars abroad. The core underlying...
Whoa! Where the fuck are you going, dude? Oh my God.
More intelligence manufactured here in the U.S. with our sources. So one of the things that Chris and I are working on every day is how do we get more electricity built in this country, delivered in this country, and then how do we get the price of that electricity?
It's going to be the next accident.
And on the day when USAID workers will show up at the office for the final time, some, most of them, and have their 50 minutes of crying shame made to
I ain't calling nothing in unless they actually hit me.
And just to give you an idea of
I don't think he did. Or it was a temp in the window. You can't see it. Oh, there goes someone else. Jeez, oh, beats, guys. This one isn't sure whether or not they want to change lanes or not. Okay, decided not to.
Let me get
They're guarding the cones that are already blocking the road there. McCones.
Well, these federal workers, a lot of people out there, not fine.
Well, here we go.
I'd like to add that those million people
Jockeying for positions here.
They are on the bubble. You know,
Here we go. I want over. Let me over. But I'm too scared to get myself over.
But those people are on the bubble, as they say. Maybe,
This is hilarious.
Maybe they're not around. Maybe they have other jobs.
So now you don't want over? You wanted
to.
over when cars were coming.
Things could have happened. I wouldn't say that Biden ran a very tight administration. They spent money like nobody's ever spent money before. Wasted money. The Green New Scam, all of the different things they spent. $1 million here, $30 million here for, you know, a little educational course on something, circumcision, right? Circumcision.
Oh, yay! He pulled over.
To inform people of such and such a.
Oh, this one's just going to ride down the middle here.
Other things other than that. So.
Oh, wow.
Those people are.
I am not surprised by what that driver looks like.
Now, there'll be some agencies like Marco has people within the state that are right now doing very classified, very confidential work, and we understand that. We've talked, and you know, we're being.
We're almost up to the speed limit. Let's do it. It's only the fast lane.
A lot of things himself. And some of the secretaries are with it.
Yay! We hit the speed limit. Let's see if we can do a little bit more. Oh no, let's just let people continue to pass on the right.
I spoke with Lee Zeldin. 65 or so percent.
No. Go! Get over!
And we'll speed up the process too at the same time.
Come on, you can do it. Oh no. Okay, we'll just ride the line.
A lot of people that didn't exist in this too. We found a lot of empty spots and people weren't there.
Yeah.
They didn't exist.
Whoa.
Good questions.
Watch out, this guy doesn't know what lane he's gonna be in.
It's no secret, auto repair costs.
I'm already late, so I don't give a fuck.
But if you have a vehicle under 20 years old that's out of warranty or about to be, the top-rated vehicle coverage provider, Endurance, offers low-cost auto protection plans designed to save drivers thousands on ever-rising vehicle repair costs. And if you qualify, you can pick your plan, your coverage, even
At least 3.
roadside assistance.
If it was NASCAR, for sure 4.
Once your vehicle,
Those guys know how to drive.
Covered auto repairs get paid directly to
Nice
the
and
repair
snug
shop.
together.
Act now and get upgraded with a full year of their elite benefits and $2,000 value free. Don't get stranded by an auto breakdown or risk having to pay thousands for expensive repairs. Take my advice and get your vehicle protected now and never pay for covered auto repairs again. So who's going to pay for your next auto repair? You or Endurance? Good question. I think Endurance is a good choice. For your free quote, call 800-291-3183, 800-291-3183. Again, that's 800-291-3183. Coverage varies by plan. So view contract and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
The will count majority. Coming up right after the
Oh yeah, let's just move over. No signal.
General Kentucky joining us to talk about a Senate front, and we've got a makeup interview. Representative Andy Ogles from Tennessee. The will count majority coming up next at New East.
What's the guess on the gender of this one? Of course. Oh no, it's busy on the phone.
No trading experience? No problem. Just purchase their platform, connect your trading.
Actually, I'm gonna slow down a little bit.
And turn it on. It's that simple. No need to worry about what.
Oh yeah, she's screaming on the phone at somebody.
Their AI software handles everything for you. No learning, no experience, no headaches.
She's speeding up. I'm like literally cruise control set.
TrueTrade software runs on autopilot with its AI risk management protecting your downside. Don't have funds to trade with? No problem. TrueTrade offers
Non-brainary.
money-back guarantee on your software, plus get a guarantee on at least $300,000 in tradable funds. You keep the profits.
brainary.
TRUTRADE.io. Investing involves risks, including potential loss of principal. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
Good. Oh, I thought it was her. I'm like, wow, she must have got off the phone. No, I think you identify as a dog, right? Isn't that one of the famous quotes? I am called a dog because I fawn on those who give me anything. I yelp at those who refuse, and I set my teeth in rascals. Diogenes. What the fuck is going on, man? The world is angry. Oh, is this a what state is that? Is that a government plate? Oh, Illinois. Or government plate. This guy's name is David Webb, Diogenes.
Trump's had his first cabinet meeting, and the British are coming. Keir Starmer, the UK
One of
Prime
those
Minister, will meet with the president today.
black
There
faces
will
of
be
white
a
supremacy.
2 p.m. press conference later on today. That's say your DVR moment. And if you remember your history, Paul Revere's right. The British are coming. Oh, there was that little.
Oh, this is gonna take us through downtown.
Incident.
We're not gonna have to worry. Well, there could be snipers on the buildings, on the
Of the
skyscrapers.
start of the modern day Tea Party movement.
You asked yesterday. I wasn't sure, but I checked it.
It's not
David
the
Webb.
Beatles version of the British are coming. This is the UK Prime Minister, who, if you read NPR, BBC, and several other of the non-right leaning outlets, we'll call them that, is a centrist. We saw Macron come to the United States.
Yeah,
and
got a couple tall buildings there.
Platitudes. We'll see how
Gotta watch out for the sneakers.
The British government, now that
All those grain elevators are about as the same height.
Starmer is in town. He's actually been there since yesterday at some point. Has decided to increase their defense spending as they try to negotiate a better relationship with Donald Trump, and they will increase GDP to 2.5% of GDP in defense spending, about $17 billion more each year. Again, a lot of this around and ahead of the meeting between Trump and Zelensky tomorrow, which could result, and as told by the White House, could result in the signing of a mineral deal between Ukraine and America. So there's a lot on the table. My first question, however, is what caught my eyes on NPR this morning, and that is that Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is a centrist. Caught my attention. Hugh Shakeshaft, managing partner of Transatlantica Partners, joins me now. Hugh, my friend, good to have you back here. You know, I thought of, well, no better person to weigh in on this, as you are a bit familiar with Sir Keir Starmer. One, is he a centrist?
Oh, sorry, I don't want to spend the next 10 minutes laughing, but you must be joking. The man is a member of the Trilateral Commission, as is the proposed British ambassador here at Mandelson, which, as you know, is all about their globalist intent to have world government. He's, you know, probably the most left-wing government we have ever had, right? He's named after Keir Hardie, right? The the very far left-wing, socialist pre-war and everything else. So he is absolutely not, in any description of the word, a centrist. He's a lawyer by profession, so he believes that you can legislate everybody into submission. And, put laws together, all of this globalist nonsense is all written by lawyers, for lawyers, and he is one of the worst.
Yeah, a little bit of a longer drive. We had to take a detour. There was a semi rolled over on my normal path. Morning on Indoctrinated.
The left in Europe, and particularly in the UK, over free speech. This is a man who puts grandmothers in jail for writing earthy words on Facebook, etc. That's not a right-wing government. That is a left-wing, socialist at best government, and he is leading the charge. This is a man who...
Later, Claiborne. Yeah, we only have 5 minutes left here. Well, yeah. I'm going to check in first. I'm not going to stop at Wendy's today. The dead Bush.
Supremacist, member of the KKK. This is our foreign secretary. And Trump's got a long memory. And in this case, he's absolutely
Later, someone.
in wanting to hang him up by his heels. I would be furious, but Starmer is either so tone deaf or sneeringly arrogant that to think that he could bring a guy there who, to me, would be a red rag to a bull if I was in Trump's position. And, they're just basically communists. They are small-minded, high-school debating teams who have no idea. He wants to increase spending.
That's the government building there.
That he's quick, that Starmer is giving away back to Mauritius that has no right to it whatsoever.
Or the First Amendment doesn't apply above the first floor.
That 17 billion will go straight into our defense and everything else. But Starmer seems to think that, we have a situation in Ukraine, on the EU's making, by the way, when they destabilized and got ousted a democratically elected president who just so happened to want to look east to Putin rather than to the west, to the EU. So they got him out. And we are reaping that problem from 2013, 2012. All of the left wing need to be gone now. Keir Starmer is the worst,
right.
The very worst. This is a man who, you've met the particular person, David, who had lawfare.
Remember when Chile was there?
Because he was a political opponent.
Trying to get in the elevator and they were stopping him?
Right.
It was hilarious.
I
mean, not really, but...
And lost. That shows you how incompetent the fool.
Going the wrong way.
Do you know what I mean? If you're going to do
the wrong way.
But he's now got a guy called Morgan McSweeney, who basically is his Laventie barrier.
Man, they've been working on this a long time. I remember when they were working on this when Toe was here. Remember that?
Such history in Ukraine. The pogroms, the fact that collectivization killed 14 million in the 30s in a famine. And Starmer's there pretending he's some big balls on the world stage. As you can tell, I'm just outraged by the whole thing.
There are a couple of things, actually 3 things in the Oval Office that Keir Starmer and will see today. The bust of Winston Churchill that has been placed back in the Oval Office as it was in the first
You won't see that in 10 Downing Street, you know that? You won't see anything to do with Churchill at 10 Downing Street now. Starmer had it removed.
Well, the contrast will be there for him when he walks into the Oval. There's also the official portrait of President Ronald Reagan in the Oval Office. And then there's the mugshot of Donald Trump, which I think is frankly one of the most brilliant political trolls, that when any world leader, any one of us walks into that Oval Office, there it is to remind everyone of what the left tried to do to Donald Trump and in reality to the American people. So let's dive into this meeting and get your perspective, Hugh, on adversary or otherwise anyone to the American American.
I just realized the sign's
media.
gone.
But
Huh.
what kind of interplay do you think this might be today?
Weird.
Starmer is the most boring, monochrome, and monosyllabic person you'll ever meet. Right? I can't imagine that
Fire inspector spends a lot of time here.
Conversation based on anything worthwhile.
Not inspecting.
They set out their stall when they were in opposition.
So every other day I pull in and that fucking car's sitting here.
One day it may come to pass that you actually have to face that person as a world leader. However, I use the term world leader in the loosest possible manner when I refer to Starmer. I cannot see that
We're here.
anything to talk about.
Yeah.
They're so far apart on everything, and Starmer lies.
Later, guys.
He will say anything.
We'll try and go live, but been fucking busy week.
We'll kick the can down the
Both
road.
before and after work.
And
So
the
we'll
issue
see.
with Trump is
Love you guys. Peace.
he will nail him to the wall.